Nigel for president. Live from Moscow with the AFC. Time to lift up Guyana. Too long we waiting, too long we cry. Cost of living rising, but nobody asking why. The rich getting richer, the poor getting less. Time for a leader who will truly address. Nigel for president, hear the call. With the FC we stand tall. Better must come, better must speak. Time for real change, time to be free. Nigel for president, hear the call. With the AFC we stand tall. Better must come, better must speak. Time for real change, time to be free. Nigel standing strong. AFC Guyana. Together now, this is our time. Nigel standing strong. AFC Guyana. Together now, this is our time. Jobs, justice, unity and peace with Nigel and AFC. Progress won't cease from the coast to the hinterland. Hear the drum. We voting for change. Better must come. Nigel for president, hear the call. With the AFC we stand tall. Better must come, better must speak. Time for real change, time to be free. Nigel for president, hear the call. With the AFC we stand tall. Better must come, better must speak. Time for real change, time to be free.
A very good night, a very good night, a very good night to each and every one of you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the Alliance for Change, the AFC Elections Update. I want to thank all of you for staying tuned, for viewing our program since we started. And we want to thank you for staying on course with what we have in store for you. I have my colleague on the other side, Devin Sears, just came off a lot of programs. You tell you, we're doubling up, tripling up. All kind of thing, boy. Good night,
Yes,
Devin.
yes. Good night, Andrew. Good night, Guyana. Good night, rest of the world. Well, of course, you know I'm coming from Linden, repping Linden. I don't know if we have a zip code, but repping Linden all the way. I
know.
want to say good night to all our supporters, whether it be you were from Barbies, Essequibo, Barticle, Lethem, Madia, Quarantine, New Amsterdam, wherever you are, we want to say good night to you and thank you for staying the course and supporting the Alliance for Change all the way. We're almost there. It's just a few more weeks before E-Day. And look, Andrew, I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm ready. And I know our viewers are.
Yeah,
But
they're ready
on
too.
tonight's program, I know we're expecting Jaipaul Sharma, who's going to give us a breakdown. And there's the finance man. There's the money man. He's going to tell us what we're going to be doing within our 100 days. But the 100 days of any government is a true testimony of their intention progressing through the 5 years. So we have to pay attention, keen attention to what they're going to be delivering within that 100 days period. And a lot of folks, a lot of parties, you know, they make wild promises. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Look, I always say this, AFC don't make promises, we make guarantees. And tonight you will get first-hand information on what some of those plans are for that 100 days. So I want you to go out there, call a neighbor, a friend, and just share the live, share the live, share the live. Let's get our viewership up. And you know, you can comment in our comment section. If you want to ask a question, go right ahead. That's why we're here. We're a transparent government. All right.
But yes, we're transparent. You know what I mean? I don't know, but everybody got this belief that, you know, there's going to be big issues coming along in these elections. Listen, you know, the law got to do its work. The courts will have to do its work because the police will have to do its work and to protect these elections, because we are hearing all sorts of things coming out. We see Dagi put out a massive just today. He's going to release the files. You know what I mean? We got to be careful. We got to be careful, and we got to be careful. Police, I better be prepared to do your work, because this election is the mother of all elections. So somebody said it's mother of all elections, and we got to ensure that we keep people to book, keep GCOM to book. We gotta watch GCOM with 25 eyes. You know?
How many eyes?
25.
All right, so between me and you, Andrew, I got two, you got two, we got four.
You gotta watch them,
So,
buddy, right?
one of five
Because
eyes.
you don't want a rigging of 2020.
Yeah,
2020, everybody
yeah.
know who won these elections, but some people didn't want it like that, you know. So we gotta be
Yes,
careful and watch these elections. You were talking about 100 days just now. This is one of
yes,
the information that I was sharing on our Facebook page. We want to remind our viewers about. That's that's one of our
that's
100-day
it.
promise. You see that?
Mhm.
There have been no
Yes,
human
yes.
rights commission since 2001. Since 2001,
Wow, 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 wow.
Nigel said he will establish one within the first 100 days of being
100 days.
elected.
Yes,
You know what I
yes.
mean? No
And
commission, no human rights commission since 2001. Come on.
man,
Oh,
so well, we have to fix that. We have to
gotta
fix
fix
that,
it.
and the AFC is going to fix that within that 100 days period. I know once Nigel say gonna happen, it gotta happen.
Can
Once the
happen.
AFC say it gotta happen, it happen.
Got to happen.
That's a
Whether you like it or
guarantee.
not. Got to happen.
Yeah, it got to happen. It got to
Gotta
happen.
happen.
So for this 100 days, guys, like Andrew was saying, and I've been saying, these are things that we have to pay keen attention. If it is that these things are not accomplished within that 100 days,
Mm-hmm.
what should the people of Guyana do to us, Andrew? What should they do to us?
Well, they will have to. They will have to. What's the book?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Good. So one of the things that a lot of Guyanese have been talking about is that they're worried about their cash grant. We have gotten accustomed to our cash grant in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And again, let me remind us, and we will keep saying it and saying it and saying it again. Last July, the Alliance for Change came out,
Mm-hmm.
and we said, are you hearing me clearly?
I hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. We said that we believe in direct cash transfer to the citizens of Guyana. And of course, the PPP government rebuffed and said, hey, it's not feasible, it's not sustainable, blah, 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 blah. But we can continue hammering it home that Guyanese should get a little taste of the oil money that we're getting. And then, of course, the PPP caved and gave in. And sometime in October, they did come out. October, November, they came out and said that, we're going to give the cash grant. So many persons receive the cash grant. If you did not receive your cash grant, go and register and collect your money, collect your
That's right.
100,000. We've been saying this all along. It's yours. You deserve it. In fact, you deserve more. This is taxpayers' money. We worked for it. As long as you're a Guyanese, you're a citizen, you've been working, you've been sweat, blood, and tears in this country. Go get your cash grant. So the folks have been asking if the cash grant is going to continue. We want to say to you, Guyanese out there, that yes, the Alliance for Change will continue the cash grant distribution. And within this 100 days, we will be allowing or catering for 100,000 cash grant for every Guyanese from the ages of 18 years old, right? From the ages of 18 years old, you're eligible for that cash grant. And of course, over time, this will be reviewed and we'll explore options and possibilities of even increasing it. That is what we're guaranteed. So don't let nobody come and tell you, oh, they're going to take away a cash grant. No. The cash grant remains. The cash grant remains. And of course, we will be exploring options of getting that very, very soon. So, Andrew, what more can we say?
Yeah. Because
Right? From 18 years and up.
The people, the naysayers, if you want to say that, the naysayers, I mean, say, oh, when they get in there, they're going to cut this, they're going to cut that, they're going to cut this, they're going to cut that. No, we have a policy. You see, they say this is one of some of our policy documents. In our manifesto, you will see all of that presented to the public very soon. And part of that, we are saying, as part of the cost of living assistance, we've been saying that we're going to give a higher pension of $100,000 per month. $100,000. We're going to reduce VAT to 12%.
All right.
Right? We're going to
Good.
increase tax-free income to $200,000. There's going to be an equitable distribution of oil wealth, cash grant program defined in law. We're going to have that. And we're going to have subsidies on basic food items.
Yeah.
The government not giving you that?
No. And this is commendable. This is forward thinking. What we want to do as an administration that is pushing towards a new Guyana where everyone benefits is more money in your pocket, more disposable income, right? I want to go back a little bit. We will be giving special consideration for old age pensioners, people with disabilities, and people receiving public assistance. So in the case for folks who are pensioners 65 years and older, they will be receiving a cash grant of $150,000. $150,000 if you're age 65 and older. So let me just double back a little bit. When it comes to the cash grant, from 18 years to 64 years old, you will be receiving that 100,000. But it does not stop there, right? We will be exploring possibilities of increasing that. But if you're 65 years old and older, you will be receiving $150,000 cash grant. One of the things I always say, Andrew, and to our viewing audience, a good government can be judged on how they treat the elderly and the young. And we know that our pensioners have been working continuously over the years, slaving out and creating a pathway for us younger Guyanese to flourish and grow and develop in this country. And we want to ensure that they are rewarded as well. So $150,000 for pensioners 65 years and older. We have not forgotten about those living with disabilities and even those who are receiving public assistance. We will be giving them $150,000 a cash grant for Guyanese people with disabilities and people who are receiving public assistance. So $150,000 will be going to them. Now, I know we are...
Took up in there, Devin.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because...
yeah, go ahead.
Last Friday...
Andrew, I'm excited.
I know.
Do you see the smile on my face?
I know. Last Friday, Jaipaul Sharma also made just a reminder, Jaipaul made that same statement, and he's in the background right now. Jaipaul, are you hearing us?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Jaipaul Sharma is in the background. He's a finance man. Here he is.
Yes.
He's a finance man. And Jaipaul, we were just recapping on some of the things that you would have discussed at our last press conference. And, reminding those who might have missed it, what the 100 days plan has in store for the Guyanese people as the AFC steps into government on day one. Good night, sir. I know that you were in the walkabout this afternoon and you rushed in to get on the program. How was the walkabout this afternoon, Jaipaul?
The walkabout in Horstellan was a very good exercise. We met a lot of people. We discussed our plans. It was very well received. And we are happy with the response that we're receiving. And joining you so late, my apologies to the viewers and listeners. And let me tell you, I listened to you while you were discussing it, and you guys are doing a wonderful job explaining the first 100-day plan. And this is now catching on to many people. So this is nothing that is impossible, that it cannot be done in the 100 days. And there's so many other things that we have mentioned in that 100 days plan. And I don't know if you touched on it. If you didn't, let me just remind you that in that 100 days plan is a 2-month salary bonus. 2-month salary bonus for our servicemen and women, our men and women in uniform. And that is very important because we can't leave them out of this um, 100-day plan. It's very important that they get the 2 months tax-free bonus. That is 2 months salaries, uh, tax-free bonus. The PAP only give you 1 month. We have 3 FPSOs, and it's unbelievable that after 2 years with three FPSOs, that they're giving our hardworking men and women in uniform only 1 month salary as a tax-free bonus. We increasing that to the 2 months salary tax-free bonus. It's a very important thing. And this is including our men and women serving in the army, of course. And we looking at a special package for those that serving in the border location. Our soldiers in the border location will not be treated as the regular soldiers that is based at the various camp location.
Yes.
There's additional 50,000 that will be given, and this will be a monthly amount that will be given. I understand that presently the soldiers serving in the border location given a $10,000 for any risk. No, that's inadequate. So we will put in a 50,000 more for all army officers, soldiers on the ground securing our borders. So
Yes.
this is
Yes.
something that we discussed. It's very important. It's encouragement. We also, it's not a 100-day plan, but a policy going forward in terms of how we treat in our police officers. In particular, we're going to look at the army, but in particular the police officers. We're thinking about, and the budget I'm speaking about for 2026, to increase the amount for police officers that maybe get injury on the job or death. If the loved ones suffer, the family member who's serving in the Ghana police force, they suffer death or permanent injury, disability, that they will be given a range of between $5 to $10 million. That is, of course, if you're a survivor, you're disabled, you get 5 million. If the person deceased, that the family will have $10 million. Now, this is a far jump from the meager $1 million. I understand that if a police officer die on duty, that he will receive. There's nothing for disability, only death, and it's $1 million. And so we're going to increase that and saying to you for disability, police officers, 5 million. In case of a death, the family will be getting 10 million. Now, these are all things that we consider, and many more.
Yes.
We consider also the situation with NIS, and we're looking at, and of course, these things call for a national conversation. So why I'm speaking it here now, because in the 100 days remaining in 2025, we want to have a national discussion on NIS. There is serious demand from our public officers and members of the public that contributed to NIS that they cannot wait until 60 to receive a pension, an NIS pension. We are considering putting that at 55. We consider putting that at 55 years old to receive a NIS pension. Now, this ties in to what we would mention in the 100 days plan, that persons from 65 and above, person that deceased, that we will give them a grant. We give the family member a grant or a cash grant of $500,000. Now, NIS doesn't have to burden themselves for persons to go into them to demand a funeral grant, right? So it will be less imposing on NIS. So we offering that for persons. If we get office from the 2nd of September, if the results is declared the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, if a senior citizen should pass away, that family will receive 500,000. Presently the law only allow you to go into the bank to access only $750,000, and only recently this government had put that in place. So people deceased, even if they had money in the bank, they couldn't access the money. So we are giving that grant, and we're doing that wholeheartedly because our pensioners, they give so much for people in this country, the sweat, the toil, and they do everything for the development of this country. After they pass, they would not be receiving any more of that benefit, of course, from oil and gas. So we're going to give them a farewell, a very good farewell, and I believe conservatively 500,000 will cover the cost of a proper burial.
Yes. Yes.
Devin,
Yes.
jump right in. Let's unpack this because it's a lot of information. Mr. Sharma has
Yes.
divulged today to us. Let's unpack some of it right now. Go ahead.
All right, great. So Andrew, and I want to say Doc, out of respect for Mr. Sharma, I want to say Doc, because he doctored this 100-day plans. He
Yes.
doctored it, and,
Yes.
and it's satisfying. It's mouth-watering. Now, I know that our servicemen and women have been crying out for a package like this. And we are fully aware that there are challenges even in recruiting folks into the police force, into fire service, or even to the defense force. People are not encouraged by the benefits. And they're saying that they're putting their lives on the line even by going to the border. We don't know what's going to happen. If something happens to me as a serviceman, what does my family get? The AFC catered for you.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that they're smiling and they're happy about this package. When you hear $10 million possibly passing in the line of duty, I know my family is going to be taken care of, at least when I'm gone. Right? That is encouraging to me. When we talk about even if you become disabled while in the line of duty, you get benefits. Even when it comes to burial and all, you get benefits for that as well. Those are that is a forward-thinking government.
500,000 grand.
Right. That is a forward-thinking government. So the family should not bear the cost of any of that. The family should at least get to rest easy and to know that their loved one have done well, serving their country, and the country, the state, took care of them. I am happy about this here. You know, Andrew, I had the opportunity of joining the army, and I want to know if it's too late for me to join now. Yeah, good job, Mr. Sharma. Good job. I love this.
Sharma, Jaipaul, you might want to join the army? No!
I'm going to recruit today. So this is commendable. Another thing, Mr. Sharma, what I want to talk about, what is in, somebody's asking here, what's in store for newborn babies? The government came out with 100,000 for every child that is born in this country. We want to increase our population, Mr. Sharma. We want the population to go well over 2 million within the next 5 years.
Mr. Sharma,
yes, I agree.
But mothers need assistance.
I agree with that. We look at that, and we said within the first 100 days that any child that is born within that period from the 1st of September to the 31st of December 2025 will be receiving $300,000.
Wow. $100,000.
Right. We mentioned the cash grant, but I think what you forget to mention to the viewers and listeners that the cash grant, this 100,000, is only linked to the first 100 days in office. Going forward, cash grant could be enshrined in the laws of Guyana.
All right.
So it's not the government waking up tomorrow, any government, and saying, I'm going to give 100, I'm going to give her 50,000, or you ain't getting nothing. It will be written in law. And so it will be written in law in simple language that you can know, based on performance on the oil and gas sector, what your cash grant will be. So that is the important point. It's not going to be now it's 100,000 because we don't know what we're going to reach when we enter the office. We don't know if they utilize all of the money. We don't know what's going to happen. The constructing road left, right, and center. We don't know if they overpay the contractor, if they underpay the contractors,
Yes.
What is situation? Just coming home to my home in Diamond, the traffic jam is
Oh my gosh. Yes.
traffic is so huge. It's unbelievable because these people, just by doing this road construction, I believe the PVP gonna lose votes because people are so angry and frustrated with the
Yes.
traffic congestion in the evenings. They can't go home. And they're
Yes.
going through this for the past 4 years. Yes, you're building
Mhm.
road, but you're not planning how you building the road. This road is good, but it must have a structure.
That's
So,
right. I'm happy
Mr.
that.
Sharma,
Mhm.
I am seeing here on my feed, another person is asking a question. What about you? You talked about just now about the soldiers getting money to look after their dead or if they're injured. But they're asking, what was it? What bonus we can get? You haven't get really the bonus too. Is there going to be any bonus salary bonus? Because sometimes the government gives you bonus and it is not implemented in your gratuity. What is the plan for that? I think they're asking that.
Yes.
Well, throughout our period in office, we proposing 100% increase in salary. Now, 100% increase in salary will spread across the 5 years. Now,
Mhm.
I'm saying 100% because the union, we will have to have dialogue with the unions. I don't think the union will be unreasonable to say in 2026 they want 100%. But
Right.
we give the union the opportunity to say, look, the government is prepared to offer 100% increase
Yes.
through the duration of the 5 years, that we will take 20, right? And take 20 for the next 5 years. And that would be 100. Or they could take 50 now, in next year
Mhm.
to take a 35 and so on. But we are committed to increasing the wages and salary by 100%. So the minimum wage today now is like $102,000. So
Yeah.
100% going to carry you beyond your 200,000 mark. So that is what we look at. And we have to be very careful of how we dealing with increases of salaries. We need to discuss this with the union and the chambers of commerce and private sector, because whatever we do at the level of central
Mhm.
government
Mhm.
will impact the private sector. So whilst central government have the ability to pay huge wages and salary, the private sector probably cannot keep up. And what you're going to have is person who want to flack the the, uh, the, the public service and move away from the private sector. And we don't want that. So we have to get that break-even point where whatever we propose in, that the private sector could keep up and match it. Now,
Yeah.
if the private sector cannot match the public sector wage bill,
Yeah.
you could have inflation. So you have to be very careful. So that is the reason in that 100-day plan we mentioned about subsidizing food, right? So
Mhm.
public servants cost part of the cost of living measures. Public servants and the entire private sector, public service workers, and entire Guyanese will benefit from a cost of living reduction by cushioning the price for basic food by the government subsidizing it.
Yes.
So indirectly, they're getting a relief, and that is what is important. So we cannot raise, if we raise increase the minimum wage, we're going to end up in problem. Now, this 100% that I'm speaking about is not entirely across the board. The 100% is not entirely across the board.
Mhm.
Repeat. So we have a salary scale in the public service. It's from 1 to 14. 1 to 14. So we're going to graduate the increase that we propose in this 100%, okay, we're only applied to from GS1 to GS6.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
GS7 to GS to GS10 will have 50%.
Okay.
And from GS11 to GS14 will only attract 20%.
Okay. Yes.
So we put in the monies where it's needed in the hands of the low income earners.
Right.
So it's very important that we understand this, because when we move from GS11 to GS14, those are the people that is earning the big salary, like 600,000 and so on,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
So if you give them 100%, you're going to understand what's going to happen there,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So those people are going to be attracted only 20% for the 5 years duration. So if you work that out, a person that earning at the top bracket, they're earning the 700,000-800,000 a month. Well, if they take 5% for each year, that is what they could get, right? And nothing
Okay.
more. So I hope the public, the viewing public and listeners understand that. So this was very carefully thought out, and it was done in this way. So the people that need the money at the lower end could receive the benefits. So I'm thinking that the public service union, the teachers, and everyone will appreciate that. Because they have similar brackets, similar salary scale, right? So I think we could attract them with it. I need to go out, speak with the unions. I'm going to see if it could happen next week. I want to reach with every single union, including Gaisuku, because part of our plan was to go back to that 7,500 retrenched workers, and we want to give them something too. Okay?
Okay, fantastic.
I propose their range. I don't know if you have it in front of you. I propose a range of how we're going to deal with those 7,500 workers. We're looking at if they're unemployed, if they are gainful employment, and things of that nature.
Yes.
So we offering them also something. So that is all part of the menus of measure that we have proposed. So it's careful consideration that went through this packaging of this 100 days plan, and a set part of the plan is for careful discussion, and we want to have discussion with the public going forward. So crafting the budget for 2026 and beyond, we need to have consultation with the various unions of Guyana, and of course the private sector, commission, and the various chambers of commerce in Guyana. We don't want to leave them out of the discussion.
Yes.
All right. So we lost Mr. Sharma's feed, and we almost out of time. I know this is a 30 minutes program. But Mr. Sharma, we're gonna take a pin on it now. We're gonna come back again next Wednesday for some more update on the 100-day plan. Let us dissect. Let us dissect it. You know, let it soak in. You know, let it soak in. You know, let it get understand, because I know the media houses are running with this. Right? Let's soak in. Right? Because I remember the last press conference, David, you weren't there. The last press conference when Mr. Sharma spoke about those same plan about the sugar workers and about the army and so on. I see the reporter Svetlana Marshall she eyes open big. She was like, "What?" You know? She was like, "What?"
That's some nice packages. It's really, really nice. I'm not just saying this because I am a member of the Alliance for Change or anything like that, but it's really, really good. And if we can have $1 trillion budget and hardly anything for the people, here is a government that is coming, the Alliance for Change, which is catering for every single person. I love this 100 days plan. And I wish if we could have gone in a little bit more into the sugar workers, because many a times the sugar workers, they claim that, the Alliance for Change don't care about them and aren't looking at their interests. Those sugar workers who have lost their job, their scale is going to be 100 to 300,000 one-off payment based on the current employment status of those workers that lost their jobs. So the Alliance for Change is catering for everybody. I love what Mr. Sharma talked about consultation. As a responsible government, you don't just wake up one night and say, 5:30, the morning, calling the contractors and calling everybody. No, it's calls for careful consideration and consultation. So meeting with the private sector, the Chamber of Commerce, and the various unions is important in making these life-changing decisions, right?
Well, hold on.
And one of the
Stick a
things
pin.
you mentioned too
Stick a pin there,
is that,
Devin. You
yes,
know,
please.
you were talking about something that is very important. Consultation,
Yeah.
Because
Uh-huh.
if you look at it, this government don't consult nobody. They sometimes they meet in secret, and make their plans, and then they come and throw it up in front of your face and say you have to take it. No,
Yeah, take it.
we're not gonna take it like that. We're not gonna take it like that, because we realize that consultation is the way. It is what democracy is all about. Consult with the union, consult with the private sector. This government only consult people in protests. They only come to the table and sit down with you when you're protesting against them. And even when you're protesting against them, they bring you some flimsy bargain and give you. Right? They don't consider you.
There's the breadcrumbs, buddy. The
Breadcrumbs
breadcrumbs.
to begin and give you to take the.
Oh, Guyanese people tired of breadcrumbs and tennis roll. I mean, I love tennis roll, right? But tired of tennis roll. We want steak and lobster and croissants. That's what we want. That's what the Guyanese people would like. And by that, I mean, I'm making reference to what they're being paid at the end of the month.
That's right.
Work well done deserves to be paid properly and compensated properly. And that is what we are going to be doing when we get into government. Everybody will get their fair share and you will be taken care of. And I know we're out
I don't know if you're still there.
I just want.
Yes.
You want to say something?
Oh, yes. Please.
Yes. As I mentioned, the consultation also involved consultation on cash grant going forward in the future. So, although we're going to put it in law that this is the amount that you will be receiving at the end of every year or during the period of a year, we need consultation with every single Guyanese, a national consultation. And this is the reason why. The reason why is that there's a possibility that if the citizens of this country will desire to be a part and parcel of the development of oil and gas in Guyana, that if perchance we have the possibility of giving $1 million a year, that the citizens could say, I'm not going to take the whole million, I'm going to take 500. And the government could utilize that 500 to invest in oil and gas. Now, this is the reason why we need that conversation. Because while we could give you the $1 million a year, it's a proposal on the table which we have to have consultation with, which the government could withhold that 500,000 and put it in a form of a bond. Now, this is very important. We know we have limited time, but it's important because Guyana is very liquid. The commercial banks have a lot of money. I need to speak with the banks. Why is Exxon borrowing money internationally and charging us out of Carcel for that loan? So why they can't borrow the money from us to build an FPSO? And we get that money. Okay? Why is government also, well, concessional financing will be drying up. It means no longer government of Guyana could borrow monies at concessional rates. We will have to pay the going rate. And so we could also borrow from our financial institution internally. So the money remains in Guyana in our people's hands. Right. So I'm saying again, if we have the possibility of paying that million Guyana dollars a year, that we could have a bond for 500,000 and you receive the 500,000 cash. So this is a conversation that we need to have with the people.
That's right. All right.
All right.
So thank you so much, Mr. Sharma. We're going to see you back again. I wanted to just soak in to the public because these are nice things. These are just Santa Claus coming to town with toys, but not really toys, but lasting gifts. that will make your lives better. So
Yes.
we wanna thank you, Mr. Sharma, for being a part of the program tonight. We're gonna see you back next Wednesday. We're gonna continue the discussion on the 100 days plan from the AFC. David,
That's
final words.
all right. So again, I'm excited. I just made 2 calls. Apparently, I'm a little too old to join even the reserve or the army. But there's hope for the fire service and even the police force because the package that AFC is giving
Oh
to
my
our
Lord.
servicemen is really good.
Mm.
And again, everything is well thought through, and that's what I love about my party. You know, we don't just come out here and throw out things. We give you all this. There were studies that were done, right? There are consultations that were had in order to reach to this point where we're at with this 100 days plan, and that's the
Yeah.
thing what I love. So there is no stone left unturned, right? No manifesto is perfect, but when you look at it, AFC is the best. It's
That's
solid,
right.
it's solid, it's solid, right? So, folks, we encourage you to continue to support our party. Head across the Facebook, the same, you're watching this video right now, click like on the page. Also, check out our offices. We have one in Berbice, one in Linden, we have one in Georgetown, the CFC 26 Railway Embankment, Kitty. Ensure you check us out. And you can also head across to our website, that's www.afcguyana.com, and you can also get a lot of information and follow our campaign. We are going to be coming to a neighborhood near you, so please say hello as we are in yellow. So until next time, that's tomorrow evening at 7:30. I want to wish you God's blessings and have a fantastic rest of the night.
All right. Thank you, Deepan. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Because we want to ensure, that we have this coming on again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have another young person coming on the show to tell you their perspective as to why the young people should vote for the AFC. And so that's going to be happening tomorrow at 7 o'clock. That's our program for tonight. See you right back again, 7:30 tomorrow evening for another edition of the AFC Elections Update. Stay tuned, but goodbye.
My name is Nigel Hughes. I was not born into politics, but I come from a family that believes in the protection of human rights. Guyana is now a country where injustice is routine, where too many of our people are denied justice. After becoming a lawyer, I realized the unfairness of the system. I represented the voiceless, took on the powerful, represented persons wrongfully imprisoned, stood up for women denied justice, and fought for communities robbed of their lands. Because I believe in fairness, no matter your race, religion, or politics. This is Adriana Young, 11 years old, gone too soon, bruised, found in a pool that the police claimed they had already searched, and when her family asked for justice, they got rubber bullets. This is what justice looks like on the President Alley. We were promised one Guyana, but it looks like two. One for the PPP, their friends and their family, and one for the rest of us. I believe that every family, every citizen must benefit from Guyana's oil. They must get their fair share, not just the connected few. If you are tired of injustice winning, if you want a president who works for you and with you, then I ask you to join me and vote for the AFC. Better must come.
Vote the key. Vote Alliance for Change.